bans actually that Empire
That
did
pretty
are
much,
very,
they're the ones that scream out.
Yeah,
right?
those are the, I think like the Viper and the Silencer are the big ones to scream out. Other than that, I'd say maybe the Legion Commander, but that was also like in pairing they did with the Silencer. At least the one game that they ran, the AM Silencer and Legion Commander.
Oh, Brood. Okay, that's going to be the ban. I mean, is that necessarily one that you think that Infamous have pulled out before? Is that just we don't want to play against Brood, kind of in a hole, regardless of whether there's a player or not? They don't want to be tripped up by a sneaky pick like that.
Sounds like a King Tekka hero to me.
Okay.
You don't want to get cheesed by like if you feel like confident over a team, like, which Empire probably does over Infamous, as most teams will. I think they'll probably all be racing. You ban the cheese.
Venomancer.
But there's still this one.
Well, I think you're going to be happy grabbing that. I mean, we've seen pretty good success from that here on day one of TI7 group stages.
Yep.
With Infamous picking that up. I mean, I guess that will be their safe lane hero then? I mean, you say let's play Viper. I imagine if you're a Viper picker, you're probably
definitely more than likely to be the safe laner.
Yeah.
The nice thing about the Veno versus... We haven't seen that too often, but the nice thing about Veno versus the Kunkka is that versus Kunkka, when you have these heavy burst heroes, the Rum actually is amazing versus it. But Veno ulti, you're ticking down very low. If that Veno ulti and you get the poison still spreading on you, if your Rum wears out, you may actually all die once the Rum wears off and you take Veno damage. So it's a little bit different taking that kind of damage.
That's true, yeah. Having that, you're right. Having that poison sting still going after it, yeah. That's definitely something that's going to work in their favor. I mean, the Shadow Demon, I think Empire did pick this earlier today, I believe. In the game, I want to say in the game they lost against Secret, they did SD Luna. They got the combo.
They won that one.
Oh, they won. That was the game they won against Secret.
Yes, that was the one against.
That was the one. Okay, so they're picking it up here. Obviously, the Luna's been banned. So I guess the question is, what are they going to pick for Rezo that's going with the SD? What's left that's in their mind that they want to run this Shadow Demon with? What could Rezo get as their hero?
I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but there was the Morphling for a bit.
Okay.
And now there's more Lockdown. Shadow Shaman makes it a
little Does Rezo play much Terrorblade? I mean, actually, it's it feels like a bad game for the Terrorblade, though, isn't it? There's a lot of heart. There's a lot of magical.
It could be. It could be okay because they're already running the puck, so you already know it's more than likely like a single core draft. So maybe they want something that can scale super hard like that. So that could be a possibility. They don't have objective takers either just yet. Sounds like it could be pretty decent.
It is because I mean, obviously it won in the game against Secret, but Shadow Demon, as we were mentioning earlier, it's very much a hero that no one else is really playing. It's proving to be very much an Empire thing here on this day one.
Yeah, they've got the dual role.
Yeah, I mean SD Kunkka for sure. Yeah. And there we have it. So Nature's Prophet is going to be almost certainly the off lane, so it looks to be indeed that mid lane puck for Empire. Just saving Rezo's pick to last, which is understandable. I think if you have Resolution on your team, you save that last pick for him every time, so he can have that kind of power play.
Yeah, it really throws a wrench into like the whole kind of concept when I think about Empire. Because I'd be like, okay, I'm thinking of Chappy heroes now, and I'm like, oh, PA. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, you just
every
PA,
time, every time. No matter what its first, it would be PA.
I'd love to see a Rezo PA, bud. Wherever we're gonna get it. The Drow ban, now that certainly is a smart one. You've got a Nature's Prophet, you've got a puck, would be brilliant for the lanes. Synergize as well with the push. Silence is going to be very strong against all of Infamous's heroes. So, yeah, smart ban there with the Drow. Yeah, as we said, just kind of thinking of Rezo heroes that are left. Lycan, but doesn't really do much with the Shadow Demon. But you think maybe they're not necessarily just going to go full in for an illusion push. There's other reasons why Team Empire like to play the SD, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't think it's just for the illusions. No. I think it's for the dome as well. But with Lycan, it gives them really strong fight with the puck ulti, because then they actually have the grab, and then Nature's Prophet as well with the howl with the trees. He can actually bully the safe lane quite hard. Possibility that they're looking for. It gives them that kind of like death ball 2 thing with the Nature's Prophet. And Lina and Venomancer, those two heroes, they have protection right now from Tusk and Shadow Shaman in a way, but heroes don't have these their own like ways to get away from him and peel away.
This could be a mid Veno, off lane Veno, mid Lina, and they're still looking.
Recommendations we had.
chance of seeing. It's
Oh,
actually
okay.
the Weaver.
So
I'll be honest, that surprises
that
me a
one is
little
very
bit.
surprising, especially into Shadow Shaman.
I mean, especially to a fair few of these heroes, I
Yeah.
feel. You know, before he gets that Lincoln, you know, Lena is a definite threat. Benno certainly makes it annoying for him.
Now he's a Shaker too.
All right, so what is going on from Infamous? It is going to be what?
Benja, safe lane, off lane Shaker.
Off-lane shake. Okay, so but that makes more
standard.
sense. Yeah. But yeah, Weaver being the final pick. Interesting closer from Empire. And I mean, we saw there was no hesitation with that Shaker pickup. I think they were probably going to do it anyway, but they saw the Weaver and they were even more like, we're definitely going to pick the Shaker, having that extra stun and lockdown. It feels like this is, it's going to be a very dangerous game for the Weaver. I guess he has some sort of save in the fact that they do have that Shadow Demon with the disruption.
Yeah.
Gives him the chance to maybe get off a time lapse, but it could be a tricky one for Reza. Because I've got to be honest, I'm liking what Infamous is doing. This is a team that's taken down Secret. They could certainly do this.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, I like Infamous a lot. I look at Empires, I like theirs a bit too. It's just the I don't know, Shadow Demon is the one hero that kind of like is weird. You have to have pretty good success on your rotations early in order to just become stay relevant.
It's always just his hero as well that I feel in the laning stage, you know, or in the mid game. If he gets caught out by Gale or a slow, he's gonna just disrupt himself, come out of the disruption, and then die. I don't know. It's going to be very hard for him to find his position. But it is Maposhka, and we've seen great stuff from Maposhka in the past. He's been an M5 quite a while actually, hasn't he? ESL Manila when they were playing really well Empire, and they at least had a few of these players still in the lineup. They had Maposhka and FN maybe. It was only a couple of the ones still on it, but Maposhka's certainly been with them for a while. Well, let's see. There we go. So game one, as you said, and then I feel, but it seems that Infamous have the safer draft. But I guess on the other hand of it all, if Resolution does, you know, get ahead, get to the late game,
Get out of control.
yeah, and Infamous themselves, they don't really have the scaling potential that a Weaver does in terms of the cores they have.
Yeah, they've got great low cooldown fighting abilities from him. Empire kind of does too. This is going to be a hell of a game. This should be some good battles.
It's going to be a lot of battle. And that's the thing, you're looking at these heroes, and there's no hero in this game that is just going to be AFK farming the map. Maybe the Nature's Prophet to an extent will be, you know, keeping himself out of the action, but everyone else, you pick these heroes, as you say, to pop your skills, to get involved and look for some action.
Looks like we have an aggressive play coming on. They're going aggro trialing and putting Nature's Prophet in a 1v1 versus the Earthshaker. That's, I guess, the plan that they're doing. That makes a lot more sense.
They might even get something out of this. We'll see if they're able to get a catch.
They know he has ice
Infamous
shards.
are prepared, yeah.
Ice shards is good.
And here we go. They're going to look to lead in. There's the disruption into the torrent. Just looking to focus down the easier kill, but in fact, they're turning him with the burst. Maposhka, he's falling low. They do still get the first, but they'll lose Maposhka in return. We'll see if they can get anything else out of this. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment. Rezo having to back up a little bit as he's getting right-click down. Now turning. Shards was thrown out by Matthew. Roger just actually manning up against the two of them here. Fairly tanky on the Kunkka as he comes in. Like, he got about 700 HP for armor. Not bad at all on the Kunkka. So it enables him to trade those blows. And 1-for-1. So by the end of the day, Empire do indeed get themselves that first blood. And as you say, these are the lanes. So this aggressive tri-lane going head-to-head with Infamous. Does that surprise you? I mean, it's a hard tri-lane to go against. It's quite strong, but what Infamous have, surely, isn't it? They can fight.
It's decently strong. They have to just watch if they get caught on the sides. Because once Weaver hits level 2, it's when the bugs come out. That's where it becomes a lot harder for them. The same kind of thing when Matthew gets snowball.
Yeah.
Because then you actually have when someone gets disrupted and they're getting initiated on, you just snowball and you change the entire initiation coming out. Roger is actually going to be the one that's a bit isolated here now on the side.
He's going to get blocked off from his mates here with a shard to Gale. It does connect. They are going in for the beatdown. Axel has got the nuke up in a couple of seconds. So just the level 1 though, and it is just a case of trading hits.
So this should benefit Empire probably a good amount more, just because they're running an aggro tri-lane. They have a Nature's Prophet, who's a melee hero, and he can come join top if he does see those very good opportunities for him to go. Even potentially in the mid lane too. When FN hits 6, we could see a TP from the Nature's Prophet, or even before that. So I really like the lane setup coming up. Even though I guess I did like misses myself a little bit. So the bugs now are ready to be used by Rezo if they do see an opportunity. And find Benjaz, they have the Torn as well.
There goes the combo. Soul Catcher upon him. We'll see if Infamous can do anything to turn and lay down the Gale onto Roger, but Super Benjaz falling low and he's out. They will find the kill in return if they take down Roger, but it looks like Empire are going to find the favorable trade as they don't just get one, they get themselves two. Double kill for Rezo. And indeed, as you mentioned it, this is looking very hot for Empire.
Yeah.
Starting the game, getting a double kill on your Weaver. Rezo's finding the farm as well.
They got level 2 on Empire before Infamous did, so Snowball was not ready for Matthew to try to do those saves just yet.
And look at this, straight away, Roger's back in, goes to the mid lane, sets up for a gank, and finds the kill with FN. They take down Tomato.
He was already suffering a bit in that mid lane. 11-7 on FN and 7-1 on Tomato.
Look at this, I don't think Roger's done. He's got a haste rune. He's waltzing about. Miposhka does have the disruption set up. And here we go. They're going to lay it down with the Soul Catcher. Nice juke, though, with the snowball. In fact, they may be able to turn this if they close the gap onto Miposhka, throw down the nuke from Axel. We'll see if they can finish it. They should get the Shadow Demon. X-Mark is there to hold back. Oh, he's tried. No! Oh, he's tried his best. They tried to juke it out high behind the tree line. But Miposhka will still end up going down. So, well, 3 minutes in. It's pretty much as we expected. A lot of action up and down the map.
Yeah, battling. But Empire coming out super far ahead in this just because, I mean, they have the winning matchups.
Yeah, look at these CSs. Look at these last hits on the moment. Really does show the story of these lanes. This bottom lane, the absolute dream for Ghostic. I mean, we expect the Nature's Prophet to do well in this 1v1, but I don't know if it's necessarily meant to do this well. This is just Ghostic playing perfectly in CS. 20 and 16 against the 7-0. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. It's kind of the nature of the matchup. It's an impossible matchup for a Shaker.
I guess so. It really seems that.
The boots plus treants, I mean, it's way too much damage to be able to do anything. And even when over Venom on Ghostic.
Yeah.
Matchup is very, very hard.
Lane, 21 for 8 against Tomato's 17 for 2.
Got it.
Again, another lane where the lead is there in farm. And top lane, of course, as well. It's looking pretty damn awful for them.
Yeah, Benjaz has
He is
CS
struggling.
to 21 on the Weaver. I don't think it should be that bad either, to be quite honest with you.
I mean, that is quite a difference. It's not great.
No, that's...
yeah.
They have to play from the lane, if you know what I mean. Like, the two supports need to be playing behind the Venomancer. They can't be playing on the sidelines too much, because that's how they get caught out if the tri-lane is there. But now there's only 2 heroes, they can start with this. Mid lane, Tomato.
Again, the setup, they have the X-Mark. There will be a TP rotation from Matthew, and that will put off Empire from going in for more. Immediate movement from Roger. He says, all right, we've forced the rotation down there. Let's go see if we can find something up top. We've already got Miposhka getting eyes onto Benjaz, who's had to back up into the jungle.
He's jungling at actually, it's almost 5 minutes already. He's jungling, he's level 3.
Miposhka might be in a bit of trouble. We'll get the Soul Catcher onto 2. Again, the snowball to dodge the torrent for Rezo. He's coming across. He's ready for the fight. Throws out the bugs. Catches them onto 2. Miposhka is trapped in and will go down. But Empire, they're ready to turn. They've found one. They've got Ghostic coming in with a TP. Looking towards Benjaz. Queen Tekka and Tomato are there, though, when they will stun up Ghostic, take him down. Benjaz will survive for now. The Treants trying to chase him down and finish it off, but just in time, Infamous will clean the Treants up. Benjaz will be saved. So, nice, at the end of the day, better reaction from Infamous. You saw Empire sending in heroes, but unfortunately for Ghostic, he didn't quite get the kill. Ends up losing his life. Rezo's still there to play around with it, though. He's looking at Benjaz. Tomato is in the neighborhood. We'll see how greedy he can go. FN is coming across and does have the Dream Coil. Beautifully lays it down, catches the 2 of them. Light Strike from Tomato will hold Resolution back for timing, but he's got the bugs back up. The Nature's Wrath flies through. Tomato falling low. The stick charge, is it going to be enough to save him? He will get the stun out, but he can't walk himself away. Resolution picks up the kill. Matthew in trouble as Rezo's coming across to join the rest of his team. FN will go down, but this time it really is Empire cleaning up. Excel, he's going to try for the Ancient Deny, but it's not going to happen. Torrent from Roger sends those Ancients up to the skies, and Rezo picks up the double kill.
And top lane now as well.
Oh man,
He's getting dove.
Rezo will take this. He wants in on the action, and he is certainly going to get in on it. In go the bugs. Queen Tekka trying to buy as much time as he can. Waste that of Empires, but it's not going to work. Resolution. 6.5 minutes in. 6-0-4 on the Weaver. Not looking to slow down. 11 for 6. These lanes well and truly entirely falling apart for Infamous, as this has got to be one of the the laning stages where I've seen such a difference between the two sides. Empire is just so far ahead.
Yeah, they're steamrolling it. They're literally just making their moves happen kind of naturally. They're not really like planning a big move in this one rotation. It's just kind of like flowing kill into kill into kill. Now they're able to pressure top tower as well.
Look how much Rezo's just walking around with 1,800 in the bank. He's yet to spend it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they've nearly got tier 1 in the middle as well, so this is going to be a couple of tier 1s going down soon. They'll go for the roll in attempt. In fact, what the hell? They do get him there after the phase shift, but he still had the time to jump to that orb.
That
a little close.
I thought they should get the shackles instantly. They had him hexed for 1.25 seconds. They didn't stun him. They didn't use the shackle right away. I think that was a bit of a misplay.
Expect to hit the hex or something. As you're saying, time to follow up. But yeah, top tower goes down, mid lane to fall as well. There's more money going the way of Empire as they sit 5k gold lead very early on as we're yet to hit the 8-minute mark.
And the thing that's devastating too is like I like Infamous's draft because they had a very fast tempo kind of lineup that could definitely snowball the lanes. But the fact that they haven't with these kind of heroes, like you kind of look at it and you look at these 5 heroes, you can say that all 5 of these could be ran in a support in a way.
It's the 5 support strat.
It's kind of like that. Like Benno is a little bit different now because of how much he's been changing the way he's played, and the same thing with like Lina too. But just looking at the nature of it, like straight up, just looking at their draft, that's what you could kind of visualize. So they needed to do really well in the lane. The fact that they haven't is a massive.
Look at this Ghost Stick's ready to cut behind this top tier 2 and look for some action. He's found Matthew. He'll buy himself some time with the snowball, but he's got no backup coming in. The team's just leaving him for dead as he is taken down. Empire to pick up another kill, continue the pressure on this tier 2. Bottom lane at the same time, you have FN and Maposhka looking for kills on their lonesome. They'll burst down another. Ghostic picking up the double kill as the Nature's Wrath flies through.
It's really starting to fall
This
apart.
is, I mean, I really felt as well. I like the draft of Infamous, but it just seems that maybe I just underestimated how well Empire can use this Shadow Demon Kunkka. It's been causing a lot of havoc. That, you know, paired with this Resolution Weaver, it's been ridiculous. Running away with the game.
I mean, it's also when we're talking directly about draft, we're looking at lanes. And
Yeah,
Empire
we didn't
threw a
expect
wrench into
this.
it. They ran the aggro, and that always changes everything that can happen in a game, especially if it goes as successful as it did for them. How is Ben just doing? Still not recovered. Level 7 though. The max wards at least line, but everybody else is suffering. It's level 6 Lina.
It's, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, I'm surprised I've not seen that matchup that much, you know, where you see that there's going to be a Shaker offlane, you just get this Nature's Prophet. I'm sure we're going to see teams try and get that matchup again, because it just seems so ridiculously good. If you have a strong Nature's Prophet player, as we just saw, he will absolutely destroy that Earthshaker in a 1v1.
Similar with a lot of like those range heroes, right? Like Benno, Necrophos,
Sure,
and Nature's Prophet, those big like staplers that you can just kind of ditch. They do super well versus those melee heroes. And yeah, I don't really see how Infamous really take fights unless they're pretty much sitting behind people and Empire kind of just dives into them, or it's just like support kills. Maybe like this bottom, they could maybe find like a 2 tier. Fighting into Empire seems pretty
They're trying it. They may get Maposhka. He has been left behind, but with 4 members of Infamous moving in on him, that'll be a kill.
It's something. It's something. Small kill. It's the 5 hero, and the fact that you're getting 275 gold when you have 4 heroes showing up for bounty scare factor.
Dire's
And
middle
Empire
tower
didn't
is
respond at all
under
either. They don't give a crap.
pressure.
They're pushing top. They're pushing mid, farming all the lanes.
Regeneration.
Yeah, nearly got a Veil on FN. Rezo, as you say, just getting space. He's already got, you know, 10, 11 minutes in. Dragon Lance, Aquila, Blightstone Treads, full wand. He's working his way towards that defusal. Hey, he is on track to be an absolute nightmare. It's not already on this Weaver. 6k gold net worth overall for himself. Pretty soon.
Dire's middle
Empire,
tower is
at the moment, in
under
terms of net worth, literally an
pressure.
entire hero ahead of that of Infamous's.
Yeah, 7k gold lead. Losing top your safe lane tier 2.
Tower is under attack.
You almost lost your mid tier 2 as well. You have lost so many ways to actually, so many ways that you want to be able to farm and recover on a map. You actually just don't have that option right now at this point. And Empire is going to continue to aggressive, getting the 6s and even higher levels on their supports, and it's going to be forcing towers. So
Yeah.
see if Infamous can actually make some type of smoke play and try to go for a fight behind this tower, preemptively affecting where Empire is going to run.
I mean, that is the thing. You know, Infamous, they do have this team fight. They do have relatively good D-push between their heroes. A lot of wave clear. But with the Empire have, these fights are very hard for them to take. I do smoke up, but Infamous, they've got the favorable position here on the height.
Dire's middle tower
there is this ward, of course,
drowning.
from Empire, giving you the intel of Benjaz farming up the Ancients.
Yeah, they even catch a glimpse of the Shadow Shaman up on the high ground too. So they did know. And I mean, they're smoke bros, so they knew people were there. Top lane, King Tekka looking to set up onto Rezo, but...
I think Rezo just turns and kills him. Yeah, especially with the Miposhka coming in. He'll try for the TP out. It's not going to make it, of course, with Disruption. Still at Miposhka's availability. Resolution behind the help of the friends. A setup for another kill. There's a smoke up from Infamous. But they ran down towards bottom. They may get Ghost Stick, looking for the light strike, but the stun is not going to connect. The Snowball will, though. Comes in, finds him. They'll drop everything, but there's the combo in return. Roger with the torrent into the boat. They've taken down one. They will lose Ghost Stick, but this should be a big cleanup for Empire. Resolution to chase down the Tusk. You've got Tomato being surrounded in the tree line. Will land the light strike. Maybe had to bring down Miposhka with a no. The defensive disruptions there. Triple kill for Resolution, as he now sits 10-0-5, 13 minutes in. This game is...
Oh my okay, look, you should be fine. Might be able to get gone on by a Fen, but with full raindrop charges... I mean,
Rezo's pretty much got a defusal blade as well, 13 minutes.
It's 13, yeah, this is looking almost irrecoverable right now. They're not able to just get together, and their team fight versus Empires is just super lacking.
Is under attack.
I mean, we saw with the bans Infamous obviously playing with Rezo in mind, trying to take away his heroes, but this Weaver pick, it's... I feel it's not something we see a lot from Resolution, but this game, he's absolutely acing it.
Yeah, the choice of the Weaver last pick going into that aggro tri-lane, it's literally like everything that's working for them. Now they have 4 bottom set up, while top spit.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Kind of begs the question as well. I wonder if this was the plan all along from Empire. We obviously saw that Drow ban, felt it was good. Maybe they never wanted it anyway. They wanted to pick up Rezo's Weaver, and well, they're going to get another one here. Axel caught out by the X-Mark into the Torrent. Resolution, of course, the one to claim another. He is going to have some pretty fat stats on the board after this game at this rate.
I mean, he can actually just farm those. Oh, you're placing Venom Wards to guard the tower? Thanks.
I tell you what, it's a shame there's not a Rezo card in the fantasy. I'm not sure if they've done it so you get the points if you've got Chappie's card, but if there was a Rezo card, you'd be making bank this game.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Money to burn.
Goodness.
16 out of 18 kill participation. I mean, the kills naturally have come to him a bit.
Sure, I mean, it has been, you know, his team, certainly, you know, Miposhka and Roger doing a lot with the setup. And may even find more here as they come deep. Find the disruption. We're actually going to see a snowball forward, jump up to the high ground. Tomato to deal with the illusion. And now with the ultimate set down, the demonic purge setting up again for more blood being spilt in favor of Empire.
Infamous now I think they have to wait for that shaker one dagger before they even try to pick anything.
They are close to that, to be fair. They have managed to get him to space, yeah.
Get the blink dagger and then go for a big smoke play and try to pick off those heavy networks. Go blow everything on Rezo, honestly. I think that's probably the play.
Bottom
so you can get like a vision and you just
couldn't withstand the
tide. And just try to kill him and get that godlike streak because it's looking really bad right now.
And time is running out in the sense that, I mean, once Rezo has that BKB, there's definitely no way he'd die.
Yeah.
They have very little, I mean, if anything, really. I mean, what is it still what the initial, like, 1 bit of damage goes through BKB with the Echo Slam? I remember it used to be, didn't it?
Yeah, it has like that mixed. It's a little bit of damage, but it's...
Or did they change that? I can't remember. Either way, whatever the damage is that goes through, even if it's, you know, it's not enough to do anything about the Weaver. It's pretty much nothing else to pierce it. I guess they could still give him a bit of a wallop with the Walrus Punch, but that is not going to kill him.
Yeah.
He's always going to be able to get away once that BKB's out. It's going to be on track to, I'd imagine, be there before the 20-minute mark at this rate.
Yeah. Infamous has a very heavy objective taking issue and just physical damage issue. They are all physical except for Shadow Shaman. Or all magical except for Shadow Shaman.
Zenfan ready to set up. He's found himself an Invis room. Infamous, no idea about this. Will only drop the Dream Coil onto one though.
Oh, he
actually goes into the light strike. Oh no, Empire, what is that?
Tomato?
That is not the play. Tomato just gets it handed to him. Oh, a neutral creep does deny the bigger kill on FN. That's a little painful. Maybe Infamous can find more out of this, though. They'll come in with the punch onto Roger, blocked up by a Fisher. They do get that one. So Infamous picking up, we'll say 2.5. It's worth a half kill in terms of just having him off the map. Definitely a little infuriated that they couldn't get the kill. Neutral Creep did get the deny.
Still a sick play by Tomato. The predict stun on top of himself to hope Jaunt comes out. FN with a bit of a mistake, of course, but it was their blink reveal on the Earthshaker, but it wasn't really their blink reveal because he didn't have to use any spells. So he's still got Echo Slam ready and online.
I think Rezo can get away with this solo, can't he? Very, very easily. With that Diffusal Blade, the damage he does, pretty impossible to stop. Very few heroes on this side of Infamous can react to that in a way that they can turn it with how big Rezo is.
Massive amount of damage, and yeah, like you said, building toward that BKB very soon.
It's going to look towards Rush. I mean, with the Nature's Prophet, it's a very safe take, and by the looks of it, with the bugs out, more than enough damage to do this. 20 seconds still without that Lina.
Yeah, the beauty of Nature's Prophet,
using echo
and especially with Weaver, like the Weaver bug doesn't actually die for this because the Nature's Prophet are tanking.
Can they get in time for the Blink Echo? I don't think they are. I mean, if they go straight over, they could. The Queen Tekka is there. Can he get the jump in time? No, he's being held outside the pit. They've got the Dream Coil onto 2. The boat flies in. Nature's Wrath bringing them down low. They manage to mute down Axel on the Shaman. Miposhka, he's going to go for the TP out. Can he make it? By the looks of it, he can. The Torrent holds back Tusk. And indeed, Empire easily able to secure the area around that Roshan pit. Infamous unable to find that jump that they required. Rezo has the Aegis. He's ready to push high ground. The rest of his team's ready to go. Infamous. One of the pluses, of course, being in this situation, they're going to be back up for the defense with those low death timers.
Yeah, well, they're so level, low level, so
it's not the kind of good news you want to be in the position of receiving.
No, definitely not.
There's a 13k gold lead for Empire. Rezo about 600 gold away from having that completed BKB, so indeed looking to be around that 20-minute mark as expected. Yeah, look at this game so far.
And they're just playing on the full aggression. They're completely just sitting on the enemy side of the map. Their towers are all super healthy. Their tier 1s actually have barely been touched. Only the bottom tier 1 got hit. Most of them, about 1,000 damage on that team. Yeah, they have all the liberty in the world to just farm super aggressively and keep Infamous in their base. Play the starvation game for a bit. Get a pick off before they want to siege high ground, or maybe even just take out that tier 2.
They do still have that one though. Vampire get caught out of position. An Echo could be pretty tasty.
Yep.
I mean, what other than the BKB, there's no sort of kind of hood or mech yet. They're nearly a mech on Roger.
Yeah. Right now they can maybe get caught off guard and get big echoed, but their positioning shouldn't be compromised like that, especially with Aegis. There's no point in anyone being next to the Weaver. And especially with Nature's Prophet, you're just going to push the side lane in.
Oh! A little cheeky play there as Tekka was going for a TP out and, well, revealing obviously they had the ward there. You see FN just goes in with Dream Coil, says no TP for you, sir, today. And for the silence, look at this Roger trying to set it up. There will be the defensive Yules. Nice play from Tomato there. Obviously a very strong item to pick up against this sort of play that the Kuka's going to look for. We'll keep the Lina safe.
Also a bit concerned in case like Rezo may be running up and just diffusing the Yules, but I guess he didn't know that the Yules was there yet. So now the next time around, if they do an X combo, very likely it'll get purged off.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do have that answer for it. Yeah. That's the BKB now out and done for Rezo.
It's 20 minutes. We got 3 items. 12k net worth on a Weaver. 20 minutes. The Shadow Fiend is something you can kind of understand when it's like 10,000 net worth, but 12,000 on a Weaver at 20. Whew. I mean, the towers help, of course, but you're having a spectacular game. 619 kills.
But there's very little that Infamous can do to stop this tier 2 from going down. Ground is stood. Tomato will duke out the turret. Tries to clean out the wave, but the tower's already gone. More money into the bank of Rezo. Question of what he goes for next. Top lane. You see Empire trying to get himself stuck in. Ghost Stick TP's across. Demonic Purge And there, now the Orchid reveal from Ghosted comes out. There will be the save for the time being by the Tusk as he comes through. Matthew with the snowball, buying some time for Tex to actually get the blink out and the TP away. Matthew himself going for the TP, won't quite make it there, unfortunately for himself, as FN does turn up, drops the coil. But a neat little save and escape there, allowing Tekka to get back to base. Very nicely done.
Bounty.
Need to protect their cores. There it's 15,000. Still for Empire, it's only 22 minutes. They're still got to have a lot of damage control to do. Benjaz is just, I mean, the road to recovery is quite a few miles away.
Especially with the lack of levels. He's got that 30% XP gain, but we're still yet to really feel it in comparison to where he is in terms of getting Empire's cause. Rezo 3 levels ahead. Already well on the way to his next time, whatever that may be. I mean, still got the Blightstone. I mean, he could just go back for like the Deso, couldn't he?
Yeah, maybe he just wants bigger stuff, but
bigger, yeah.
Maybe. He's still waiting and deciding what he wants. FN going for the Dagon build, so he's gonna be able to playing versus super under-leveled heroes, and not only just super playing versus a pretty squishy lineup.
Have the
Veil, Dagon, can definitely cope with those kind of things. You hear at that time the Dire is scanning.
I keep missing it.
You keep missing it. They get the scan.
Yeah, they know someone's there. FN, can you get out of this one? Yes, he can.
Blink.
He's a puck. He's gone.
Behold!
The Infamous won't get this move.
Yeah, they're in serious trouble. Empire now splitting themselves up all over the map. Possible they've got the mech finished up. Going to be building the hood next on Kunkka. And Aegis is gone. They're just trying to farm and keep the pressure on Infamous as much as possible. They're definitely not like in the needing to force anything. That's the beauty. Is like Empire's like, whatever. They can come to us. They can take fights on us, but we don't need to force any kind of issue. Take a team fight. We'll wipe them. Then we'll siege.
I want to see Rezo get a rapier. He's not doing that. He's getting Skadi. No ball.
No, he's going Deso.
Oh, he's going Deso. He's okay. He had Skadi, then yeah, changed over to Deso.
I was gonna say, I think the options that he had were more than likely the Deso or the Skadi. Skadi very good versus all the burst from Infamous, and then Deso is good for an ending.
I mean, I think, mate, it's like you haven't died yet. You've got this Kunkka on the road to getting a pipe.
Yeah.
You got a BKB. I would have been disappointed in Skadi. Yeah. Deso's good.
Like
Rapier would have been like that's the play because you've not died. Come on, Rezo, have a bit of confidence in yourself.
Like the Lincolns or Scotties were those are the very safe maneuvers, but the Desos gives them the potential to not only siege but kill Roche faster. And everyone on the side of Infamous is so squishy. These guys have like 0 armor. Deso will be the Veno who has any.
Actual interesting pick up from Tekka, going for that Yules after the blink.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that he's got ways to play around. Well, obviously the one that screams out is that Orchid on Ghostic. Ghostic himself, very close to having a BKB. Just needs to finish off that recipe and that'll be out and down.
Yeah, they got a couple items picked up from Infamous in the Shadow Blade too on Lina. That link into the back lines. Oh, you can just split push and not be as worried about the pick-off potential of Shadow Blade away unless they have dust. Getting heavily out-farmed Infamous. Not really seeing a way for them to... I mean, they may have a way to try to get back into it, but the thing is that their heroes don't scale into it. After this such a commanding defeat in the early game and mid-game, it's...
I mean, that's kind of what we said at the start, wasn't it? It was like, if Rezo has an amazing game, he is easily going to be able to out-carry any of the heroes that Infamous has in their lineup, and it's pretty much been what's happened at the moment. You know, he has had, you know, nothing less than an absolutely insane game. It was 25 minutes in. There's the Deso added to his armory.
Network, level 18 already.
Koshka will get taken down, so they do get a pick at least.
I deserve this.
Certainly not necessarily the big kill they have, but they'll certainly take whatever they can get at this stage. The lead that Empire have. Rezo just being granted the space to sit up top, keep that pressure on.
The seeds of fortune.
And having to force Infamous to react.
Really wants to be able to use his... He's not getting the chances. He's trying to right now, though. He's making his venture.
Double harm.
Could cost him his life.
Might actually do something. Drop him anyway, but now he sees Nature's Prophet. Maybe he'll just wait for the Nature's Prophet to leave, and he'll just try backdooring it and TPing out. ulti. Catapult's gonna
He's
get it
sticking
into
around.
deny though. It's in deny range. No, I think Excel's gonna go for tower.
Is he gonna do it? Come on, Excel.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna do it.
Surely. If he just TPs out, I'm gonna be disappointed now. Go on.
I think he's doing it. He's waiting. All right.
Does he? I mean, does he even need to
One
drop the
more wave.
wards? Could he not just man up and punch
I mean,
it?
he could,
Man
right?
up and punch it. You don't
No,
need no wards.
He's gonna do it.
You're a strong, independent Shadow Shaman.
He's already. Oh, he's going in.
He don't need wards.
Drop the wards.
Just don't drop the wards.
Drop the
Oh,
yeah. Good stuff.
disappointment all
Oh,
round.
come on. We got what we wanted. He's gonna get the
He's
tower.
gonna get the tower. And he might get he'll get a couple of waves out of it. Well, at least one wave. Won't he?
Hey, he'll get.
There you go. Nice little Infamous raising the spirits there. We got a tower. Lay down those vocals now. There we go. Wave as well. The creeps are actually beating.
Nice little surge to make. Oh, look at that.
Or the creeps won. That feels bad. Nice old
The
move.
creeps won. Oh no.
The creeps beat the wards.
You see that tiny little divot kind of.
That's the plays from the Shaman.
Small things, small game.
Dude, it'd be hype as hell if Infamous can turn this one around.
That'd be crazy. I was really sitting here trying to think of ways that they can, but I don't really see
Big
them.
echo slams from Tekka. That's what we need.
But
even then,
that they can. It's
yeah.
about like getting all the lanes all the way out, and then being able to break high ground. It's a completely different story when you're just. I am hoping for it though.
So far, it has been one-sided, which of course is very impressive.
Invisibility.
But you always like to see a bit of the back and forth, and not a lot of the forth and not a lot of the back. I've been running away with it. The star-studded performance from Rezo.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
You hear that though?
I heard it. I
I thought
did.
you heard it, right?
Go bottom lane. Empire ready to kick
Good
things
man,
off.
dude. Staring at each other a bit.
He's getting the jump first. Ghost Stick. He's looking for Tomato, but Tomato with the TP out. Tusk won't be as lucky. It's going to be Matthew down.
That's a Dagon 3 already.
It's a pretty rich old puck.
With a Veil, plus the Nature's Prophet ult. And Soul Catcher, I believe it was, right?
Yeah,
I think it was, yeah.
the heroes just popped.
He died.
So, I mean, just the one. It's too bad for Infamous, despite the fact that there was a fair few of them around. The cell's safe. Tekka in the sidelines. Set up for anything. He's going to jump. They're attempting this. Do they have the damage? No. With the walls, they don't have the control, and FN just jumps in, bursts down the Shaman. Resolution looking to punish Tekka, as he will dive the base for this. Will get the Earthshaker, and indeed on the backlines as well. The Torrents there connects onto Benjaz as Empire take
I think I want to say that they picked him because they have a mid ward, but they actually knew that King Tekka was inside that tree line there. So they kind of wanted to start the fight on that high ground. Because Rezo ran up, and that ward definitely saw King Tekka walk into those trees. So that looks like Empire kind of just baiting them a bit. Now they're with those pickoffs, and the Siege Bits and Spenomancer is dead.
There's no Echo Slam as well, of course. After Tekka popped it for that attempt on Rezo's life.
Top tower is
Lotto
under
does
attack.
back up now, and Lotto has been threatening though. He's been quietly farming the back, catching up.
No, he's not doing bad with that Bloodstone gun.
Level 18 Bloodstone, the Yules, Shadowblade, also going for the Dragonless, to go for that attack speed, or attack. Has to be the scaling core since his other ones don't really do so.
It's, I mean, and you've got to bear in mind, they're at a 20k gold deficit, but they've yet to lose a tier 3. As you say, you know, the Tomato is on par with the farm of the enemy mid lane. They're pretty close. So there is glimmer of hope here for Infamous, albeit very small ones, certainly with the lead that Empire have, and the fact that Resolution is just an absolute. He is so far. He's sitting on 4k gold that he doesn't need to buy anything. He really doesn't need to even spend it.
The discrepancy between like Weaver and Venno, and then discrepancy between Nature's Prophet and Earthshaker, that is the gold.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Such a different, and as you say, a lot of it just came down to the smart laning decision from Empire.
Yeah.
And the way that they played it. Really nicely done, the opening of this game, and it's forced Infamous into this position where they're really struggling to climb back in. Indeed, and Empire getting themselves back together up top with that Aegis, ready to try and get something done with it. We'll see if they're able to break the high ground. Tekka has the Echo Slam back and available. TP's back to base. Matthew as well can rejoin the rest of his team up here. See with the wall starting to lay down. Infamous have got good ways of holding the high ground. It's not that easy for Empire to just straight up waltz up to the high ground and push, unless they get killed.
Yeah. The way for them to really just straight to just kill the Venomancer.
Yeah.
I know it's a big issue with those. Charlena is also. So they do still have Aegis and Cheese, and they have BKBs. So if they can just make sure that their lanes are in very good positions, they may actually just. They can instantly blow someone up with Dag and 5 Veil combo that you do have on FN. And FN's also about to hit level 20, so you get the 10% spell line top.
I'll jump forward. You see the Yaws as they look to try and catch him out, but of course with the X marks on him, Ben will be brought back to safety by Roger.
That's a clever way for them to get the pick off and then go for the siege, right? X into blink in, try to burst somebody and then get out.
Absolutely. I mean, whether they use on FN or obviously with Rezo as well, allowing him to go ham. But at the moment, it's just the plays with the puck. FN going in. The only thing what they really have the chance of doing is trying to time that Yules, but it's not that easy to do. FN, silence onto 2, bursting the Shaman down low. We'll get the Shrine off. This time the X-Mark is not there to bring him back out, but FN jukes out the stun with the phase shift. Drops the coil, only connects onto 1. FN being brought down so damn low, and in comes the boat. It's not even needed at the end of the day to bring down the Shaman as Axel's already dead. Ghostic does get taken down though by Matthew. Infamous with a massive pick-off. Can they get anything more out of it? Disarms there, onto the Weaver. Jump forward from Benjaz as he lays down the ult, bringing the Poshka down low. Benjaz, as we're seeing, pretty tanky. Resolution can't quite kill him. Tries to get himself away, but they'll lose the Aegis on the Weaver. FN blinks out just in time, but Infamous is not too bad of a hold. They are holding. Now Rezo pots the BKB. He's ready to try and go back in and finish it, but the evasion, Benjaz, he's going to get away. He's going to be able to survive with that last hit missing. As he gets out, jump forward from FN as he's trying to catch this Venom and punish him. He will juke out the stun, but the Hex and the Shackle are there. FN throws his life away. That's him giving the gem over to the side of Infamous. And they are holding. Rezo doesn't die, but he loses the Aegis. The rest of his team fall apart. And I can't believe that they're a 20k gold deficit. And they're making it impossible for Empire to break the high ground. Tier 3 still up.
And that was without Echo. He didn't even use it. Or Shadow Shot
What is going on?
Did he even use Laguna? I guess they probably used Laguna on
They used the Laguna at the
Okay,
start. They used Laguna at the start. Goodness, Tekka as well, quick with the blink out, getting himself away from Rezo. He's trying to hold this.
A lot of mistakes, though, I'll say, from Empire, the way they see it there. FN didn't use the Veil initially when he blinked up on the high ground, so if he had actually Veiled the Shadow Shaman, would have 100% killed him, and he would not have gotten Chain Hex disabled, so that was a bit of a mistake there, too, and just the way that they kind of, like, walked back and forth and didn't just, like, commit. It was, like, it seemed like indecision kind of coming through. But that being said, Rezo is a monster.
He still is. He really still is. And obviously looking for the heart next, then he's just going to be so tanky. Even if they catch him and they disable him, will they actually have the damage to get through? Not at least until we see that next big item from Tomato.
Yeah.
He's feeling he has to go for the BKB first, so even with that, the damage isn't quite going to be there, but he's playing it really nicely, as we've seen it. Considering how far as a team they are behind, the fact that this Lina, he's sitting on 15 Bloodstone charges off that defense. It's going in the right direction. He does pretty much have the money for the BKB, but a big item pickup certainly being picked up for Ghostic off the back of that. Did go down on the start of that fight, but now has the Assault Crash picked up for the team. That is certainly going to help with this sort of a siege. Yeah. Having that armor, having that ability to take down the towers a little bit quicker with the reduction.
No more evasion now, too, for the Venomancer with the MKB on Rezo.
Oh, has he got it?
Full one purchase after that fight.
Certainly going to solve that. Benjaz certainly would have been dead if that MKB was in place. I mean, even with the MKB, as we said, he's got decent armor. So it's not like he's necessarily going to melt immediately.
Yeah.
But certainly more capable of being taken down. That's got the Force though now as well, so an extra little bit. As long as he keeps himself close to the base, he can certainly try and cut his way up to the high ground, make it hard for Rezo to chase.
Quite a bit to recover, but
yeah,
some good steps on the way there. He's taking out moving from bottom. Yeah, have all their leads at their base.
I like that though. We saw that instant ping from Empire saying the Shaker's gone. Let's try and get something done. They're hovering around top. They themselves don't have, well, okay, don't have Ghostic, but of course he's an anxious prophet. He can be there moments for. Okay, has now made it back. Does have the money for that Shadow Blade, and this is this is certainly going to be a big one, as we know. Well, we're yet to really kind of see, but the Echo Slam can be absolutely massive in a game like this where the ST Illusion's coming through, you've got the Treants.
They should know that the gem was picked up again, though. They did buy a new one for FN, and I think Miposhka's been carrying sentries a lot in this game, so has the Kunkka, so they have to watch themselves just to be aware that there's detection places.
There you go, they're coming out themselves. Oh, very nicely done. Meaning there's no instant echo to get that set up onto Rezo. Now Ghostic comes in with the Orchid and the BKB. Nice snowball across though to the Illusions to get themselves out of there, but Axel's trapped in the Sprout. Rezo comes forward with FN. They'll get the kill. Ghostic will be trapped up by the Serpent Walls, but there's no follow lockdown. Tekka comes in with the Echo Slam, bringing FN down low, but he still gets the phase shift off. Rezo with the BKB looking to chase down the Shaker, diffuses him down from the Yule Scepter, will claim the kill on Tekka, and they'll look to also potentially get this Venom who's ticking down low. Some time will be bought for him here with the snowball, but it is going to be a snowball down to the low ground. Evasion isn't going to be enough to save him for the right clicks flying through from Ghostic, as Infamous will lose 4, and Empire, now they're in that position to finally take a tier 3, move up to the racks, and just assert this lead that they've had, and get it to use in terms of taking structures. They'll clean up the middle lane. Looks like they will back out. Right, he comes in.
Ooh, he's in trouble now.
He will cancel that attempt to lead by the Nature's Prophet. Axel jumping in as well. That was a very bold move there for the Shaman, who instantly gets blocked up, bursted down by the Dagon. That was getting a little too ahead of themselves there as they try and punish Empire on the way out. They're only just throwing their own lives away.
It's just not able to get the proper spell usage that they want in these fights. It's just too hard with these elusive heroes and all these BKBs being forced out, especially having to deal with Rum and the elusive puck getting into being so obnoxious. It's just super hard for them to take those kind of engagements. They can't get the proper spells. And if the Weaver is actually able to close the distance on Molina, you see what happens. He's gonna get melted by Rezo.
He absolutely is. Shadow Blade saving his backside. He will live. The question is if they can get them off these racks. The melee racks surely will fall. I mean, the Yule's up Weaver trying to buy some time for them. The racks finally go though. Snowball there to juke out the combo. Straight in onto Roger, but the Rum is out. Diffusal Blade onto Matthew. Resolution trying to move forward. Axel quick there with the jump in. Holds back the Weaver. Does have the shackle. I mean, Axel's almost certainly going to pay with his life, but he has saved his teammates, as he will indeed get popped. They've got the Echo Slam back up. Tekka with the Shadow Blade, looking to find the position. Isn't going to quite get it. Oh no! He's going to look to try and find FN, but he hasn't quite got enough damage. Torrent connects. Rezo's in, looking to finish him off. Tekka uses himself up. They get the Light Strike. In fact, they're going to try for this here. They're coming in with a snowball. Rezo, he has the BKB time lapse. He will survive. GG is called, as Infamous do the tap out. They've lost too many heroes. They can't bring him back anymore. And Empire just finished this absolute blazer of a game for Resolution. 17-0-13, not a single death on him.
Yeah, he owned this game. His team, it was mostly down to the lane decisions. I think Infamous had a lineup that can work if they